Hey everybody, Tyler with Bedford Camera and Video. In the studio today we have the Tamron 150-500mm f5 to 6.7 for the Fujifilm X mount. And during our time testing out this lens, we were using the Fujifilm X-T4. Tamron has already made a version of this lens for the Sony full-frame mirrorless system, and it's exciting to see it move into this Fujifilm X mount system. And with that comes a consideration on the magnification side of things, since the X mount series of cameras are APS-C. So this 150-500mm lens on our X-T4 is going to give us about a full frame equivalent of about 225 to 750 millimeters of reach. This is a variable aperture lens, especially at this length. You're going to get between an f5 to an f6.7 with your aperture wide open. And as you can see in these samples, we tried to shoot as wide open as often as we could, and the amount of separation we were able to get between subject and background was very pleasing. It has an 82mm filter thread on the front, 3 modes of vibration compensation, the VXD motors for silent focus operation, an Arca Swiss plate built into the foot of the collar, a moisture resistant construction so you can shoot in the elements, as well as 2 different ways to lock the lens in position. First, you'll see a lock switch on the top, which is for the 150mm position, so when you're traveling, it's not going to move around in your bag or move as you're hiking. And you'll see a locking mechanism on the zoom ring. Place the zoom anywhere you want, and then extend the zoom ring out until you see that white line. On the sides, you're going to see 2 different manual focus speed modes. The first mode is going to be your normal manual focus response. We found this to be pretty responsive, considering the fact that this is a focus-by-wire lens, like a lot of mirrorless lenses are. It felt accurate, and it didn't feel like it lagged. Then if you switch it to the number 2 mode, it's going to require much more travel on the focus ring. We had to twist the focus ring much more to get a slight focus change. And just for fun, we decided to do some long-range walking tests so we can give you an idea of what the compression is going to look like on a video setting at 150mm and 500mm. And if you need to get close to your subject, the minimum operating distance is just under 2 feet. This lens is going to be excellent for those of you that want to photograph birds or other wildlife, as well as shooting sports on larger fields. And we want to say a thank you to Tamron Americas for sending us this lens ahead of time so we can check it out. And if you want to make this lens part of your kit, visit any of our physical locations or online at bedfords.com.